everyone, welcome to my channel. Welcome to Easy Career Growth. In this video, I'm going to ask some simple questions like, where are all the good jobs? I keep hearing about all these good jobs, but I can't find them. Where are they? They're gone. I just don't know. So in this video, we're going to break down where the good jobs are and what do you need to do to go get one of them. So are you tired of working 6, 7, 8 hours a day, sending out resumes and they go into this black hole? You never get any feedback, and you're wondering what in the world's going on. I'm actively looking for a job. I'm actively searching for a job. I'm going to job fairs. I'm doing all these things, but I never get any feedback. And the feedback that I get are just mediocre jobs. They don't have good benefits. They're minimum wage. They're seasonal, etc., etc. So in this video, let's start over with a little background. Supposedly, for every person in the United States right now that's looking for a job, there are 2 openings out there that's available. 2 openings. Do you believe it? I don't know if I believe it or not, but that's what the data says. Also, the data says unemployment is the all-time low. I still know tons of people out there that are looking for jobs but can't actively find a good job. That's the distinguishing point here. Job, good job, good job, good job, bad job, any job. I want, like you, a good job, a well-paying job, a respectable job, a job with a future, a job that I can be proud about, a job that energizes me to get up and go to work every day because I want to be a part of something. Not just get a paycheck, but I want to be a part of something. I've gone to a lot of websites and a lot of job boards where a lot of the jobs are posting. If I look what's available this year compared to what was available last year, it's about 50% less jobs out there than what I saw last year this time. Maybe because of all the jobs are full, that maybe it's the reason why the unemployment rate is down, or maybe the jobs just aren't available anymore. The reason why I say they're not available because I see more and more companies hiring part-time employees, 20 hours a week, no benefits, no vacation, no health care, nothing like that. So, last year, more jobs were more permanent, more long-term, more benefits, more structured. Now I see seasonal jobs. I see jobs that they want to hire you for 6 to 8 weeks, 6 months, off you go. I see a lot of high turnover jobs in retail or fast food. People come in and that they need a job, so they'll take a job working at one of the fast food restaurants, and then within 6 months they bounce and go do something else. Because they're entry-level jobs and the good-paying jobs, people are looking for something a little more teeth than just entry-level jobs. So let's talk. Why aren't you getting callbacks? That's the question. So you're out there doing all the hard work. You're out there trying to find a job, and you're not being successful. What are you doing wrong? There's got to be something wrong if you put in the hard work. Why aren't you getting the efforts? Why aren't you getting callbacks? Why aren't you getting interviews? Why don't you have job offers in your hand? Key things that you need to be thinking about here. One of the reasons why you might not be getting callback because some of the good paying jobs are now way more competitive. There are more people trying to get those key jobs. So employers are really picky about who they bring in there. They're using AI software, and one of the key things is AI software will spit your resume out if you don't have the key phrases in it or the key words in it. So make sure you look at the job description in great detail. Make sure you incorporate some of the nomenclature, some of the words they use. So make sure if they're looking for someone with a degree or 5 years of experience, make sure you put that in a couple times so the software can pick that up so it's highlighted. And then you have a better opportunity of getting a callback. Without question, you need to update your resume. Do not, I say do not, just send out your same resume to 1,000 places. Have not been updated or catered or customized for that individual job or that specific job. Make sure you put some time into it. Make sure you go back and think about your cover letter. Make sure you rearrange some of the things on your CV so some of the things they're looking for in this job stands out. Maybe it's there, but maybe it's embedded. You may need to highlight that a little bit. So open it up, change it, move it around, refresh it, make sure it's new. Make sure when you look at it, you go, wow, it's pretty good. Don't just send the same thing out to everybody, because if you're not getting a bite, if you look at it this way, if you go on fishing, right? And you put your lure in the water and you're not getting anything, you're gonna have to change the bait, you're gonna have to change something up, or look in a different pond, right? You have to go somewhere else or change it up. One or the other, but if you keep doing the same thing, you're not gonna get the job offers. you might think about hiring a headhunter. A lot of companies out there, they'll send their requests or needs for new employees to a headhunter. The headhunter will go out and do the initial screening and check. So you might want to find 4 or 5 different headhunters that are out there. I'm not saying you need to use all of them, but I will put links in to the best 5 that I think are credible. I'll put them in the description. So you can take a look at those. But talk to a couple of them, figure out which one is best for you, and let them go out and try to find you a job also. That's another idea. If you're not finding it by yourself, go get a headhunter. Here's some real hard facts about why some people aren't getting callbacks. All right, number 1, the candidate has very little experience. You're just getting out of college, you got less than a year's experience, or you got a year worth of experience. Employees are looking for 2-3 years of experience. And they've changed this, right? I've seen jobs that before they would take, 0 experience and they would train you. Now they're looking for 1, 2, 3 years experience. Example, the person I went for an interview for a shelf stopper, meaning at nighttime, they would put more inventory on the shelves. That was it. So you just take material out of the box, put it on the shelf, right? I don't think it's that difficult. But they said this person didn't have 2 years experience stocking shelves. I'm like, wow, that's unbelievable. That's something you should be able to train someone within, let's say, a shift at best, And then they would learn on the job about, how to put things there. But asking someone for an entry-level job to have 2 years experience stocking shelves, it's glad that's where the industry's going now. It's just, that's what you have to compete with. So a lot of people without proper experience, they aren't getting called back. Number 2, candidates with too much experience. They're seen as being very, very costly. Okay, they've been around a long time, they got a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge, and a lot of employers don't want to pay for that experience. They want it, they don't want to pay for it. So they figure you are going to take a lower salary because of our experience, so they won't even call you back. You just knocked down the meeting. Number 3, older employees that are looking for work. Sometimes they feel that older employees aren't as aggressive as some of the younger guys or the younger people. Maybe they only work 8, 9 hours a day, and some of the younger guys are willing to work 12 hours a day. Maybe some of the younger people are willing to relocate, pack up everything, go across country. Some of the older people may settle in their community, settled in their churches, and they don't want to relocate. They're not trying to be aggressive, not trying to get to the next level up. They just want a regular job, go to work, do what you got to get done, and get out. They're not trying to climb a corporate ladder. And so sometimes employers will look at that person's age and say, hey, maybe we can find someone a little bit younger, a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more sharper, if you was willing to put the hours in. So sometimes they won't be called back because of that. Number 4, candidates that only have 1 or 2 years in their current role, which means that this person's a jumper, right? Every year this person has jumped to another job, to another job, to another job. Not necessarily internally where they've gotten promotions year after year, they're necessarily a job jumper. So people will look at the content of your resume and they go, oh wow, this person's a job jumper. We don't want to bring them in. We don't want to spend all this time training this person because we know historically they only stay in the job a year, 18 months before they move on to the next one. Number 5, employees with conditions. I can't do this. I can't work overtime. I can't work holidays. I have an elderly person at home. I have some medical problems. I have child care issues. There's a list of stuff right from the very beginning that I can't do because life is hard sometimes, and maybe I'm not making light of some of these things, but sometimes you have some things that you aren't able to do because you have responsibilities outside of work. So sometimes employers will look at that and they will say, okay, maybe we won't hire that person because we can hire somebody else that single has none of these healthcare issues or none of these outside responsibilities. It will be a whole lot more flexible. So I'm not saying it's right, I'm definitely saying it's wrong that they do that, but I'm saying this is some of the things that are out there. And that could be some of the reasons why you aren't getting the job or you aren't getting callbacks. Number 6, last one, social media. Most employers now, what they do, the first thing they'll do, they'll go to your social media site. They'll look at your Facebook, they'll look at your TikTok, they'll look at your Instagram, they'll look at your LinkedIn account. But look at all these things. And if you have some things that are unfavorable, I always say it should be PG, not even PG-13. Everything you put on your social media should be PG. anybody should be able to pick it up, look at it, and go, have either a little laugh or a little joke or smile. So this person was a great family person, a great friend. With some of this other stuff that you see people post, if you want one of the real good jobs, you should stay away from posting some of these wild and crazy things. Just do that stuff offline or send it privately to one of your friends, but don't put it out there where publicly you can see everything. Some settings in some of the social media that you can have for public or for friends, but just make sure that everything PG. So real quick, I'm going to give you some things that you should do to make sure you get callback. Number one, update your resume, make sure it's updated, get somebody to look at it. Number two, do some networking, make sure you're doing the work, make sure you're trying to hook up with people that work in those same industries or the same companies so they can give you some insight on how to get a job, who to talk to, when they're hiring, etc., what they're looking for. Number three, follow up. You don't have to follow up every day, but once you send your CV in, follow up, make a phone call, send a follow-up email just to make sure they got it. You never know, that might spark somebody to go back and look at it. Definitely can't help. I'm not saying that it's going to be a key factor if you're getting a job, but definitely won't hurt. The next one is a gap analysis. Just make sure you do a real assessment of yourself and make sure what you're saying on your CV meets the job description. I know everybody kind of stretches their CV a little bit to make it fit, but make sure it fits. And if it doesn't fit, don't apply, because you're applying against 30,000 other people. And I know it's just clicking them out, but make sure that if you're missing something, go figure out how to fill that void and fill it up, right? Education. Take some online courses. Do whatever you got to get done to fix that spot. So when the next time that job comes available, you hit the criteria, like you hit the out of the park. Next one is job market trends. Just make sure that your industry that you're working in, if all of that is in Ohio and you're in Georgia, you might need to relocate. You need to move to get there. So make sure that you look at everything, look at the trend. Make sure it's going down or going up, but make sure you follow the trends. If you're not sure what's happening in your industry, then you're behind the curve. You gotta be ahead of the curve. You gotta be looking for those good jobs. People are following the good jobs. They know what the next big thing is coming up, and people starting to train on those next big things already. So if you sit there and you see that your jobs in your area are going straight downhill and you ride that to the bottom, you don't jump ship and go to where the next thing is steaming, then you're gonna be in bad shape. I think I've given you some good things to look at for you to consider on why you aren't getting a callback. Take a look at them again, rerun this video, look at it again. There's some good things here. If you want a good job, you gotta work for it. They're not just gonna show up to you. It's not like the old days you got out of college and there's 20 jobs, 20 recruiters out front trying to pull you in. Now you really gotta go to work. You really gotta try. You gotta put forth an effort. You sit in your room, you're pounding out 50 different applications a day, and you're getting no feedback. You really gotta think about what you're doing because there's diminishing returns, right? You should be getting some feedback, positively or negatively. You should be getting something. If you're getting nothing at all, do an assessment. Figure out what you're doing wrong. Figure out what you can do differently, and make sure you get one of these good jobs, because they are out there, but you got to go after it. Hey, if you like this content and you like this video, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. It goes a long way to support the channel. And when I look at my statistics, it looks like about 80% of you guys who visit my channel have not hit that subscribe button. I ask you, please hit the subscribe button. Please give me some comments, give me some feedback, give me some ideas on what videos you'd like to see. I can go just as strong as you want me to go. I can get into the weeds. I really enjoy talking to people. Go over to my website and book a 1-hour free session. We can talk about just about anything business related. I really love having some one-on-one discussions. Let me know. Can also come out and do seminars. I give motivational talks. I'm in the process of putting together my book. That should be out sometime in the spring. So I can't wait. I'm excited. Let's go get it done. Go get that good job. All right, talk to you later. Bye-bye.